Welcome to NCAA Championship Day and the men's water polo tournament for 2021. This is Bill Cohn. We're live at USC at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center, where in just a moment the USC Trojans and the UCLA Bruins will battle for the NCAA Championship of 2021. The Bruins eliminated top seed Stanford yesterday afternoon in a semifinal game 11-10. And the Trojans eliminated California 12-10. So here they are meeting today for the seventh match in the championship final since 2009. And both teams have captured 3 titles during that span. USC won in 2009, 2011, and 2012. The Bruins captured titles in 2014, 2015, and 2017 here at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center, where the Bruins defeated USC 7-5. The Bruins are chasing their 12th title, USC in pursuit of their 11th. This is their 6th meeting of the season, where USC has won 3, UCLA has won 2. Their last meeting was March 7th in the MPSF third place game, captured by the Trojans 11-7. The starting lineups for today's game for USC in white caps will be goalie Nick Porter. And in the field, Chris Sturdivant, Tom McGuire, Jake Earhart, Jacob Merchep, Orestes Apergi, and Wyatt Barker. Starting for UCLA, Bernardo Marizzi, Gabe DiCipolo, Cameron Reagan, Chase Travisano, Nicholas Savalich, Mo Kenny, and Tanner Police. The officials for today's championship are Joe Pila and Alex Stankiewicz. We're just about set to go. Sprinting for the Bruins will be Chase Travisano. And for USC, Chris Sturdivant. Both teams have 8 wins so far this year. Bruins are 8-7. USC evened their record at 8-8 yesterday. We're happy to be bringing this game to you. We know you're at home watching, and we hope you enjoy the afternoon. We're underway. Sprint controlled by Travisano for the Bruins. Gabe DiCipolo headed to center, defended by Earhart. 50-50 ball, foul awarded to Savalich, fouled by Merchep. Mo Kenny, MPSF Freshman of the Year. Now Savalich. Entry pass stolen by Earhart. Good defense by the Trojan. Earhart having a fantastic NC2A tournament. He was first team all MPSF during the season. And now an exclusion drawn by Wyatt Barker. And a ball under forced by the Bruins, Marizzi and Savalich. So the Bruins get a 5-on-6 stop without seeing a shot. Barker drew the exclusion. And subbing in the box for UCLA was Jack Larson. Larson brings the ball into the front court. Savalich looking into center. DiCipolo now working against Jake Earhart, and a contra foul. And a free throw awarded to USC. Sturdivant. And now Earhart. Barker at center, defended by Larson. Exclusion foul charge to UCLA on the perimeter. That's Nick Savalich. Merchep walks it in. Up top with Earhart. Sturdivant at the 1 position. Merchep. Merchep, 10. Bruins waved in. Shot from the 1 spot is wide left on the short side by Chris Sturdivant. So USC with 2 early 6-on-5 opportunities, and they're 0 for 2. 1 on a turnover and 1 on a shot wide of the cage. Adam Wright talked in the press conference yesterday how nerves will be a factor today for both sides. And now an exclusion charge to USC. Jake Earhart out for 20. So the exclusions, the last two, were both to the team's key players. Nick Savalich for UCLA excluded, and now Jake Earhart out for 20. Bruins 6-on-5. They were 8 for 10 yesterday against Stanford. Look away shot, big save. Nick Porter, rebound. Porter controls. Good play by the Aussie to control the ball, and the Trojans get a stop on the Bruin power play. Shot was taken by Guillermo Ocasio. Ocasio now guarding Wyatt Barker at center for UCLA. Pass across for Barker. What a save by Marizzi. Bernardo Marizzi comes up big. And an exclusion in transition. Charge to Tom McGuire. Bruins 6-on-5. Ocasio. Tanner Police. Ocasio. Across to Travisano. Kenny walks it in. Ocasio back to Kenny. Trojans are waved in. Shot attempt by Kenny over the top. So both teams a little off target on their power plays in the early going. Lots of chances and no score. Merchep with the turn. Ocasio chases him. Merchep lets it fly. It's wide of the cage. And Marizzi taking a look, trying to find an outlet. Releasing is Travisano. Travisano fouled by Sturdivant. Larson brings the ball in. Discipolo at center. Travisano at the point. Quick shot, save, Nick Porter. Travisano tried to sneak it in the low right. Porter on it. 4:20 to go, first period. Good shot attempt by Barker and a save by Marizzi. Great hands shown to the official by Jack Larson as Ocasio crashed to help. But Barker got off a very powerful shot that was saved by the UCLA keeper. And we remain scoreless. Ocasio. Police. Bruins with 7 on the shot clock. Ocasio fires. It's field blocked by Merchep. Outlet to Chris Sturdivant. Lancel. Agliozo. Lancel. Agliozo wide of the cage and out of bounds. 2:38, no score. Marizzi goes to Ocasio. Interference with the free throw by Wyatt Barker. And an exclusion. Bruin with a 6-on-5. Adam Wright's going to let him go. Police at 1. Police takes it in. Ocasio. Travisano. 16 to shoot. Ocasio. One blocker up. Saved by Porter. Good save by Nick Porter. Still no wave in. Should be any moment. Bruins with a new clock. Kenny. Here they come. They're coming even. Kenny walks it in. Shoots. Scores. Mo Kenny. First goal goes to UCLA with 2:02 to go in the first quarter on a 6-on-5 that expired. That'll go in the books as an even strength goal. Kenny with good patience here finds the alley and puts it in the left-hand corner. So the Bruins get the first goal after the teams traded 5 power plays without a goal. Trojans 0 for 2 and UCLA 0 for 3. Carson Krantz, the freshman, in the game for USC with the ball. Pressured by Alessandria. Krantz. Lancel. And now Krantz. 8 on the timer. Max Miller at center. Ball into center. 3 Bruins arrive. And the ball's taken under by Evan Rosenfeld for a ball under call against USC. Marizzi controls. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Rosenfeld looks into center. Pass into Alessandria, draws the exclusion. Charge to Carson Krantz. UCLA 6-on-5 for 20. Rosenfeld. Tommy Gruel in the game. And Jake Cavanaugh. And now across to Rosenfeld. Gruel. Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh looks, shot, save, Porter. Cavanaugh had an angle on that right-hand corner, and Porter took it away. Good save by the SC keeper. Final minute of the first quarter. 1-0. Chris Lancel. Entry is a little wide of the mark, and Evan Rosenfeld claims it for the Bruins. 36 in the quarter, so UCLA will have a full clock here. Marizzi goes to Tommy Gruel. Alessandria at center. 9 to shoot for UCLA, 15 in the quarter. Larson. Entry, backhand save, Porter. And he keeps it off the lane line. And a late exclusion holding foul. Charged to Jake Cavanaugh. Porter will sit on it, and the Trojans will try to run their power play by winning the sprint to start the second period. That's 1 quarter in the books. And the teams combined for 0 for 7 on the power play. And UCLA takes a 1-0 lead into the break. We'll be back with the second quarter. Bill Cohn back with you at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center, the NCAA Championship game. The UCLA Bruins reached today's final by dropping top seed Stanford University 11-10. And in the nightcap yesterday, the USC Trojans overcame a 2-goal deficit. They were trailing California 8-6, and they came back to beat the Golden Bears 12-10. And in today's matchup so far, we've seen a lot of 6-on-5 opportunities. There have been a total of 7 called by the officials, and the teams are a combined 0 for 7. The Bruins reached the back of the net once on a goal by Mo Kenny. He scored it as USC was coming even after one of the penalty periods had expired. Nick Porter keeping USC close with 6 saves for the Trojans. Bernardo Marizzi, his opposite number for the Bruins, credited with 2 saves in the first quarter. So this is shaping up to be a defensive struggle and a low-scoring game. A reminder, the Bruins and the Trojans met for the NCAA Championship in 2017 here at the Weetangsu Center, and the final score of that game was 7-5. So it's starting to look like that today, but we'll see. Maybe the nerves have worn off and the shooters will be more accurate, but the goalies are playing well and the defenses are playing well at both ends. Second quarter underway. Merchep gets to the ball first and draws the foul from Savlich, and so the Trojans will have a 6-on-5. Marko Pintaric calls a 30-second timeout to set up their extra man, as there was an exclusion called late in the quarter. So the Trojans come with Kranz. Right now, Earhart's at the 2-post. Wyatt Barker at 3. Merchep, the lefty, alongside Luke Wyatt. Wyatt is up top with Apergi. Apergi with the ball. Kranz. Apergi. Kranz. Rolling out from the 2 is Earhart. Apergi. Merchep. 15 to shoot. Apergi. One more to Kranz. Kranz measures, goes to Earhart. Earhart looking away. Bruins are back to full strength. And late in the clock, Earhart lets it go. Good save by Marizzi. That was ticketed for the left-hand corner of the cage. And Marizzi makes a nice save. Bruins get the rebound. UCLA gets a stop, 5-on-6. Gruel in transition. Gruel shoots, scores! Cross cage, Tommy Gruel. So the Bruins get a 5-on-6 stop, counter the other way. Tommy Gruel takes a deep pass from Travisano, and the Bruins are up 2-0. So Bruins draw first blood here in the second period, and USC comes back. Porter goes to Earhart. Earhart guarded by Discipolo. Chris Sturdivant. Earhart. Sturdivant now down to Tom McGuire. Sturdivant's shot is saved by Bernardo Marizzi. He gives a fist pump. Bruins head to offense. Outlet pass for Tommy Gruel. Ordinary awarded by Joe Pila. Ball to Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld, 10 to shoot for UCLA. Gruel and Travisano. Gruel lets it rip. It's wide right. Porter controls. Discipolo being taken for a ride out of the backcourt by Jake Earhart for USC. Apergi with an ordinary. Earhart. Wyatt Barker at center, guarded by Cameron Reagan. Merchep guarded by Gruel. 12 to shoot. Great pass to Apergi, and it's just wide of the mark. It looked like Travisano got a piece of his hand as he was releasing the ball. You'll see Merchep flip it into him. And the ball gets deflected wide. Reagan, 20 on the clock for UCLA. Travisano. Rosenfeld. Travisano. And now 6 to shoot. Travisano with an ordinary. Rosenfeld shoots it hard. And that ball is ruled in. It went off of Porter, and it snuck across the line. Evan Rosenfeld just trying to get off a hard shot at the end of the clock, and that one snuck in. Looked like Porter had it, and it deflected off his chest. You'll get a look at it here. Rosenfeld gets up nice and high, fires it hard, and the ball just caught a wave and skimmed in before he could pull it back across the line. So UCLA with 2 natural goals this quarter, one by Tommy Gruel and one by Evan Rosenfeld. They lead 3-0, 5:37 to go in the half. Porter controls. Earhart. Earhart fouled by Alessandria. Savage shows his hands, and it's stolen by Tanner Police. Bruins on the counter. Police, early wet for Savage. Savage takes it deep. Savage shoots. Save, Porter. Ball tipped out of bounds. So Bruin counterattack. Savage looking for the Bruins' fourth goal of the afternoon. Tanner Police gets it live. New clock for UCLA. Alessandria working at center against Kranz. Travisano. Police. 15. Entry pass for Hayden Nightingale. Tough stop for him, and the ball gets away. USC controls. Luke Wyatt gives to Merchep. Wyatt greeted by Alessandria. Earhart fires. Marizzi turns it away. New clock. Jake Earhart had some heat on that one. New shot clock awarded to the Trojans, and they're working their front court offense. Merchep to Wyatt to Kranz. Foul by Travisano. Exclusion foul at center. Holding foul off the ball by Hayden Nightingale. Trojans 6-on-5. This is their fifth power play of the afternoon. And now a second exclusion charged to the Bruins. Giorgio Alessandrio holding at X2. And now 6-on-4 for USC. Bruins waved in. They're 5-on-6. Kranz, good pass in front. What a save by Marizzi. Max Miller had the moment of possession and took a look. Tried to go near side, and Marizzi turned it away. USC 0 for 5 on their extra man, and that one was a 6-on-4. Tanner Police controls for UCLA. 8 on the shot clock, 3:35 to go in the half. Savage. Police, 5s to shoot. Police shoots. Porter with another save. Nick Porter doing great work in the cage for USC. 3:20 to go in the half. Earhart trying to draw a foul. Great leg work by Andy Rogers. Good entry pass. Miller loses the handle, and Police controls. So a turnover by the Trojans. Travisano countering against Max Miller. Miller catches up. 10 to shoot for UCLA. Tanner Police. Cross court, I should say, for Nick Savage. Savage pulls the string. He's inside the 6, so that's a turnover. Bruin Sr. perhaps thought he was fouled outside the 6 so he could immediately attack. Outlet pass for Luke Wyatt. Now Jake Earhart. Earhart outside the 6. Merchep, entry to Miller. Terrific hands at center by Jack Larson. Ball stolen for UCLA by Nick Savage. But Jack Larson, the redshirt freshman, playing good defense. Police, 2:05 to go in regulation for the half. 10 on the clock. Andy Rogers. Larson. Rogers. 2-1. Bruins aren't going to get a shot there. So an empty possession for UCLA. Porter and Alessandria had a little exchange there. Porter might have been holding him. Nothing called, no harm. Merchep. Earhart. Earhart feeds Kranz. Pass too tall for Longton. 8 to shoot for USC. Merchep from distance. Earhart with room and time. Earhart fires it wide left on the short side. Outlet pass to Jack Larson. And now Travisano working at 2 meters. Giorgio Alessandria. Andy Rogers pressured by Merchep. Ordinary. Travisano, 13 to shoot. Into Savlich, the entry pass. Turn, shoot. Alessandria right at Porter. Another save for Porter. Max Miller changing on the fly for USC, so they only have 5 against 6. This will be a short possession for USC. Earhart draws an exclusion in the backcourt on Alessandria, completely unnecessary by the redshirt freshman. Smart play by Earhart. USC desperately needs a goal here on this 6-on-5. Krantz has it. Now Earhart. Merchep. Wyatt. Longton. 3 lefties in for the Trojans. 12 to shoot. Earhart skips it. It's over the cage. And USC is 0 for 6 on their extra man. Outlet for Rogers. Porter comes off his line, steals it with 18 seconds to go. USC with one last chance here to get on the board. Krantz brings it forward. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Longton looks into center, tries to throw it to Barker. It's stolen by Savlich. He fires and Porter knocks it down. So that's the end of the first half in a very low-scoring game. UCLA shutting out USC in 16 minutes of NCAA Championship Water Polo. They lead at halftime 3-0. Welcome back to USC at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center, and we're at halftime of our championship game. UCLA leading 3-0, but the goalies have been phenomenal. Nick Porter with 10 saves in the half. Bernardo Marizzi with 6 for UCLA, and Porter keeping the Trojans in the game. Both teams struggling on the power play, but UCLA got first blood when Mo Kenny found the left side of the cage from the top as USC was coming even, and then Tommy Gruel on a counterattack made a nice cross-cage shot to put the Bruins up 2-0. Evan Rosenfeld at the end of a shot clock powered one at Porter, which snuck across the goal line before he could pull it away to safety, and that's the margin at halftime. UCLA shutting out USC 3-0 through 2 quarters. The Trojans averaged just under 10 goals a game during this abbreviated season. UCLA averaged a similar number, but their goals against was 9.9. So UCLA playing extremely good defense. Both teams struggling on the power play. A combined 0 for 10. The Trojans 0 for 6. UCLA 0 for 4. The Bruins are shooting 3 for 16. Normally that's not a winning combination, but in today's atmosphere, it is. UCLA leads 3-0. Both teams at full strength, and we're just about set to start the third period. Alex Stankiewicz blows his whistle. We're underway. Merchep sprinting for USC, and Tanner Police sprinting for the Bruins. And we have a neutral throw. They both got to the ball at the same time. And Merchep controls for USC. So the Trojans take possession. Jake Earhart flips it across to Lancel. Headed into center is Max Miller. Miller trying to get position on Cameron Reagan. Ordinary foul given by Cavanaugh. Merchep. Merchep, entry pass taken away by Mo Kenny. He goes safe water to Bernardo Marizzi. So the Bruins get a stop without USC taking a shot on that possession. And Evan Rosenfeld heads to 2 meters for UCLA. Gruel fouled by Merchep. Guillermo Ocasio. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Mo Kenny, 7 to shoot. Cavanaugh, 3 to shoot. Entry pass. And no call. Ball taken away. Controlled by Alexander Lancel. Lancel brings the ball up for the Trojans. Earhart. Entry to McGuire. And a heavy foul by Gruel. That's going to be an exclusion. And a 6-on-5 for USC. Merchep sets up Earhart. Earhart, one more to Kranz at 1. Kranz back to Earhart. Merchep rips it, and he scores! USC on the board. Jacob Merchep rings the bell for the Trojans. He's their leading scorer. And that goal comes at a great time for USC. Good patience by the Trojans. Earhart fed Merchep, and right off the catch, he rips one home. So USC breaks the seal on the scoring. It's 3-1. UCLA after goal, Marizzi controls. Bruins drawn an exclusion on their after goal play. It's charged to Chris Agliozo. Bruins will have a 6-on-5. Travisano with Kenny. And now Cavanaugh. Wrapping up is Savlich into the one pocket. He fires across to Travisano. Kenny. Cavanaugh. Savlich. Passes too low. Wyatt Barker gets in the passing lane and steals it for USC. So no shot for the Bruins on a 6-on-5. And the Trojans coming back. Sturdivant. Entry pass, an exclusion foul. Charge to Evan Rosenfeld. Trojans 6-on-5. Looking to get within 1. Sturdivant. Now Merchep. Sturdivant. Earhart. Merchep to the 2-post. It's blocked. And Travisano gets the rebound. So UCLA gets a stop on a 5-man. 5:25 to go in the third period. Kenny takes the ball. Discipolo at center. Cavanaugh takes the ball. And now Kenny. Ball's coming out for Joe Pila. And it's a double exclusion between, looks like Discipolo and Jake Earhart. That's one of those 2-for-1 calls. So for Earhart, that may be 2 fouls. Carson Kranz will sub in the box for him. Nick Savlich comes out of the pool. And it looks like, It looks like Nick broke his string on his suit, so that's a wardrobe malfunction. He'll do a deck change off camera. And the teams will play 5 aside. There's 15 seconds on the shot clock. Joe Pila telling Adam Wright, you got to put somebody in. You can't wait for Nick to change his suit. So coming into the field of play is Tommy Gruhl. Only in water polo, right? Gruhl puts it in play. 15 to shoot. Kenny. Kenny, 7 on the clock. Gruhl feeds Kenny. And an offensive turnover at center. That was Evan Rosenfeld. Caught committing the foul. On the change of possession, both excluded players on the double come back. Ocasio for the Bruins. Kranz subbing for Earhart. Merchep. Kranz. Kranz with room. One more. Great pass, great shot. And the finish by Chris Sturdivant. So USC grabs the first 2 goals of the second half, and they're right back in it. It's 3-2 Bruins. But the Trojans with all the momentum. Good patience on the play here. Carson Kranz feeding Sturdivant, who beats Marizzi over the top. So it's 3-2, 4:42 here in the third. Marizzi to Kenny. DeCipolo at center. Savilic. Kenny. Savilic. Kenny, 10 to shoot. Pass for Savilic, 7 to shoot. Porter off his line quite a bit. Kenny, 3-2-1. Kenny shoots, Porter tips it out. Quality save by the keeper. Possession maintained by UCLA. Reset on the 30-second shot clock. DeCipolo at center, and Savilic draws an exclusion foul on Merchep. Adam Wright will take a 30-second timeout to set up his power play. Coming in are Evan Rosenfeld, Jake Cavanaugh, Chase Travisano. Staying in, Tommy Gruhl, Nick Savilic, and Jack Larson. So it'll be a Bruins 6-on-5. Jacob Merchep picks up his first personal foul. Savilic. Cavanaugh. Bruins in a 3-3. Gruhl. Travisano, the lefty, takes it in. Gruhl. Cavanaugh. Rogers swims in. They rotate to a 4-2. Savilic up top to Cavanaugh. Wave in right now. Cavanaugh off the post and in. Jake Cavanaugh. And the Bruins get their first power play goal. And they're back up to a 2-goal lead, 4-2. 3:46 to go. Good ball movement by the Bruins. Nick Savilic takes the ball deep. Cavanaugh steps in, and there's no blockers to his left. And that ball perfectly placed. Off the near post and in. Trojan ball. Jake Earhart controls. To Merchep. Ordinary. Merchep's attempted entry is stolen by Cavanaugh. Merchep tried to wrap it around Cavanaug's body, and he dropped his arm down to make the stop. Bruins had 8 steals in the first half, so that pattern continues. Offensive turnover on Tommy Gruel at center, trying to post up on Jake Earhart. Carson Krantz in transition. Trojans with a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Travisano gets back. So they'll play 6 aside. Ordinary, Merchep guarded by Savage. Krantz. Earhart. 10 to shoot. Earhart shoots, scores! Jake Earhart drills it. 3rd goal of the quarter for USC. And it's back to 1 goal, 4-3. Jake Earhart had lots of room here. And he whipped it to Maritzi's right. And Jake Earhart gets his first goal of the championship game. It's 4-3 UCLA. We've had 7 different goal scorers. 3 for the Trojans, 4 for the Bruins. Mo Kenny controls for UCLA. 2:45 to go in the 3rd. Ocasio. Savage, entry. And 3 Trojans converge, and stolen by Marcus Longton. Apergi brings the ball front court. Lancel. Carson Krantz in front, and he scores, and we're tied. Carson Krantz with a nice move. Goes back door, beats Mo Kenny, and then beats Maritzi, and the game is tied. USC is stormed out here in the second half. Clean play by Carson Krantz, the freshman from Hermosa Beach. Made honorable mention in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Conference this year. A strong move. And USC has tied the game. So after shooting 0 for 12 in the first half, the Trojans are now 4 for 17. And it's a brand new game. Gruel feeds Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh. Kenny. Travisano. Kenny. Travisano shoots. That one's in. Another squeaker for the Bruins. Chase Travisano fired it. Porter had most of it, and it just squeezed across the goal line. So the Bruins go back up 5-4. Minor act of misconduct called on that play. I believe it was charged to Nick Porter. Viles Vlahatosios comes in. Trojan ball. Porter has to serve his period for 20 seconds, and then he'll be able to come back in. Bruins steal the ball. Cavanaugh. And it's stolen back by Merchep. A ball under in front to Miller. And the Bruins knock it away. There were a lot of blue caps converging on that entry pass Tight quarters for Max Miller. Kenny. Cavanaugh. Pass in front. Evan Rosenfeld. Ordinary. Travisano. Exclusion foul at center. Charge to Wyatt Barker. Remember, Porter is out. And Vlahotasios in the cage, but Adam Wright's going to take a timeout. Bill Cohn back here with you at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center. UCLA in a timeout leading USC 5-4. And as close as this game is as close as the stats on your screen. 21 NCAA titles combined, the Bruins with 11, the Trojans with 10. This is the 7th meeting in the NCAA final since 2009. And they're tied at 3-3 in that one. The minor act of misconduct charge to Porter, the teams were at full strength, so they couldn't change until the timeout was taken by UCLA. So Porter back in, and the Bruins with a 6-on-5 for 20 seconds. Barker serving the penalty for USC. Kenny, Travisano, Gruel, Kenny again, Savage. Wave in happens. Kenny. Gruel. Savage shoots. Porter gets a paw on it. Kept off the lane line by Krantz. Good defense. USC, they get a stop on the penalty kill. Outlet to Merchep. Wyatt. Pressured by Kenny. Kenny gets a piece of it, and that's going to be a turnover. Marizzi claims it. Luke Wyatt had a free throw, and Mo Kenny alertly got a hand on it. Another steal for UCLA. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Pass for Gruel. 1.2. Gruel will have it. In front! Rosenfeld just missed. So that's the end of the third period. USC scores 4 goals to the Bruins 2. Back at the men's water polo championship game, USC and UCLA. The Bruins leading at halftime 5-4. And a reminder that the 4 semifinalists that played in this tournament this weekend are the last 4 defending champions. Stanford Cardinal won it in 19, the Trojans in 18. The Bruins last won it in 17, and the University of California, Berkeley won it in 2016. Nick Porter continues to play well for USC. He's accumulated 11 saves. His opposite number, Bernardo Marizzi for UCLA, has 7 saves. UCLA's has 11 steals through 3 quarters. USC broke through for a power play goal and 3 naturals in the third period by Merchep, Chris Sturdivant, Jake Earhart, and Carson Kranz. UCLA got a power play goal from Jake Cavanaugh and a natural from Chase Travisano. Trojans have 2 players with 2 fouls, Wyatt Barker and Jake Earhart. UCLA's Giorgio Alessandria also has 2 fouls. Fourth quarter underway, 5-4 Bruins. Sprint won by Savage for UCLA. Bruins control. Cavanaugh. Gives the ball to Jack Larson. Ocasio. And a drive by Cavanaugh draws the exclusion. Charge to Marcus Longton. UCLA sets up their power play. Ocasio feeds Cavanaugh. Shot attempt by Cavanaugh. Rebound goes right to Savalich. New clock for the Bruins. Savalich whips it in near side. Past two shot blockers and Nick Porter. Nick Savalich gets his first goal of the championship game. The Bruins get their second power play, and they lead 6-4. Remember, this was a rebound from Cavanaugh, and Savalich just zipped it over Jake Cavanaugh's head. Sorry, make that the two-post head, beating Porter to the near side. USC after goal. Max Miller headed to center. Merchep controls. Earhart, guarded by Rosenfeld. Good entry pass and good help by Chase Travisano. The Bruins pick up another steal. Earhart made a nice entry intended for Max Miller, who was guarded by Larson, but Travisano arrived in time to take it away. Exclusion foul drawn by Rosenfeld at center, and that's on Earhart. That's 3 for him. So Jake Earhart has fouled out of the game. And now Savalich controls. Dicey pass to Jack Larson at 2. Gruel. Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh shoots and scores! Jake Cavanaugh! 2 straight power play goals. And a yellow-red awarded to Marco Pintaric. And he'll take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Here's the steal by Travisano. Good hands up by Jack Larson. And the Bruins control. Then they draw an exclusion on the drive by Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh's shot up in the upper right corner. That's his second power play goal of the afternoon. And the Bruins, with 6:23 to go. 6:23 to go in the fourth period. UCLA leading USC in the championship game 7-4. Coach Marco Pintaric of USC setting up his team. And the Trojans lose a valuable performer in Jake Earhart. Earhart was second in goal scoring for the Trojans. First team All-MPSF, picked up his third foul that resulted in a score by Jake Cavanaugh that made the score 7-4. Adam Wright's team has accumulated 12 steals so far this afternoon and held the Trojans to 4 of 17 shooting and 1 for 9 on the power play. The Bruins 3 for 10 on their extra man. So both teams at full strength coming out of the timeout. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Merchep at the point. Wyatt Barker at center for USC. Kranz swims across. Also in the game, left-hander Luke Wyatt. This is Kranz, guarded by Cavanaugh. .15 to shoot for USC. Lancel, Kranz with a look. Now Lancel lets it fly. It's field blocked by Travisano, and he gets the rebound. The Bruins get a stop. Marizzi controls. Travisano. Discipolo make that Rosenfeld at center. Cavanaugh controls on the deep wing. Ordinary foul given by Kranz. Travisano. Evan Rosenfeld guarded by Merchep at center. And a contra foul called on the Bruins center. Ball awarded to USC. 5:35 to go. Porter. Merchep. Merchep gets it back. 12 to shoot. Kranz. Exclusion foul at center, charged to Travisano. USC will take a timeout. Welcome back to USC. This is Bill Cohn on the championship game. The Bruins leading the Trojans 7-4, 5:17 to go in regulation. Game situation is Jason Travisano was excluded for 20 seconds, and USC has set up their power play. They come out of the huddle with three left-handers. All three of their left-handers are in. Jacob Merchep, Marcus Longton, and Luke Wyatt. Longton is at the 6th position. Merchep's up top with Carson Krantz. Krantz has the ball. Barker's at 2. Merchep, Krantz, Longton. Make that Wyatt. Now Merchep. Now Krantz has room, and it's field blocked by Jake Cavanaugh. And USC is now 1 for 11 on their power play. Jake Cavanaugh gets a field block. And UCLA with a 3-goal lead and possession. Gruel, 4:38 to go. Cavanaugh, 6 seconds on the timer for the Bruins. Gruel, Travisano, lets it rip. It's wide left. Porter puts it in play. 4:27 to play. Outlet to Carson Krantz. Barker at center. Also posting up is Chris Agliozo. Now he slides away, and Merchep rips it. Left corner, Jacob Merchep. First goal of the 4th period for USC, and it's 7-5. Jacob Merchep with a little bit of a look away there, caught Marizzi. And a quick, accurate shot. Cuts the Bruin lead to 2. 4:14 to play. Mo Kenny. Feeds Gruel. Cavanaugh draws the exclusion. Marcus Longton held him on the drive. And an off-ball exclusion results in a Bruin power play. 3:58 to go. Kenny, Cavanaugh. Travisano. Kenny. Kenny rips it. It's wide right. Trojans get a stop on the 5-on-6. Head the other way. 3:40 to go. Wyatt Barker at center, guarded by Kenny. Savelich guarding Merchep. Right there. Jacob Merchep controls. Carson Krantz gets free. Cross court from Merchep. And it's a 1-goal game. Carson Krantz, his 2nd of the game. Beautiful pass from Merchep. They ran a pick on the 1-2 side, and Carson Krantz got open back door. And Merchep put it right on his hand. And he skipped it home. 2 goals for the freshman from Loyola High School. 7-6, 3:25 to go. Travisano. Bruins after goal. Rosenfeld drives through. Wrapping up for the ball is Savelich. And an offensive foul called by Joe Pila. Ball awarded to USC. And the Trojans looking for the equalizer with 3:10 to go in regulation. Marcus Longton. Merchep. Pass across, intended for Krantz. defended by Rosenfeld and Maritzi controls. .245 to go. Travisano entry. Discipolo ordinary. Countering was Merchep, and Cavanaugh chasing him, not aware of the foul. Savalich, 8 to shoot. Savalich's shot is wide right. Porter controls, 2:30 in regulation. Miller. Barker at center, guarded by Savalich. Kranz. Quick shot, Merchep, save, Maritzi. Big save, and Adam Wright will take a timeout. With 2:16 to go, the Bruins lead the Trojans 7-6. We'll take a break. Bill Cohn back with you at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center. UCLA leading USC 7-6 with 2:16 to go. The USC's previous possession, Carson Kranz had the ball, put it up to Merchep right off the pass. He sent one ticketed for the lower right corner, and Bernardo Maritzi collected his 8th save, and it might be his biggest one of the game so far, to keep his team ahead by 1. Out of this timeout taken by UCLA, the Bruins come back with Travisano, Rosenfeld, Savalich, Gruel, Cavanaugh, and Mo Kenny. Maritzi controls. Kenny can't get free, so Cavanaugh will come out and take the ball. 20 on the shot clock. Cavanaugh defended by Wyatt. Savalich. Now Cavanaugh, 10 to shoot. Cavanaugh shoots, it's off the left post. And Porter controls. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Carson Kranz defended by Rosenfeld. Longton. Kranz. Rosenfeld charged for an exclusion foul, holding. Trojan 6-on-5. Kranz. 2 lefties up top. Wrapping up is Wyatt. Now Merchep. Now Kranz. Merchep fires. It's field block. Maritzi gets a piece of it before it's squeezed in. And the Bruins get a 5-on-6 stop. Just over 1 minute to go in regulation. UCLA content to run the clock. Gruel comes to collect it. Travisano. Rosenfeld at center and draws the exclusion with 45 to go. New clock for the Bruins, and Adam Wright will call timeout. So with 26 seconds on the shot clock, there's a 15-second differential. UCLA will take a timeout, their last one of regulation, and set up their We're back here at the Weetangsu Aquatic Center. UCLA in a timeout, leading USC 7-6. The Bruins have a power play with Carson Kranz being excluded for USC. The game reset. UCLA used their last timeout to set up this power play. And Kranz was whistled for the exclusion. So with 41 to go in regulation and 26 on the shot clock, the Bruins will look to run as much of this clock as possible. USC has one timeout remaining. So when the ball turns over, or if the ball turns over, the Trojans will likely take a timeout. But right now you've got Gruel feeding Travisano, UCLA on the extra man. Gruel to Cavanaugh. Savalich. Safe pass to Travisano. 2 seconds on the penalty period. Savalich across three shooters. Rebound, Travisano knocks it out of bounds, and ball awarded to USC with 19.8 to go. It looked like Travisano had a line on that loose ball, and he knocked it into the lane line, and Alex Stankiewicz turned it over. Shot by Savalich was just off the post. So timeout USC. It's a full timeout. We'll have their possession. Back here at USC, this is Bill Cohn. 19.8 seconds remaining in regulation here in the fourth quarter. UCLA clinging to a 1-goal lead over USC. The Trojans in a timeout, setting up something that will tie the game. They're going to have to do it without Jake Earhart, who fouled out earlier in the game. But Carson Kranz has stepped up ably, as well as Jacob Merchep, both of them with 2 goals so far this period. They are likely to figure in this last 19 seconds in their attempt to get the equalizing score. Coming out of the timeout are Wyatt Barker, Max Miller. This is for USC. Luke Wyatt, Jacob Merchep, Chris Sturdivant, and Carson Krantz. Porter puts it in play, 16 to go. Sturdivant, 12. Kranz, foul given by Cavanaugh. Trojans running a double post. And an exclusion charged to Rosenfeld. They got to go quick, 6 seconds. Ordinary foul by Cavanaugh. Kranz. And a shot off the crossbar, rebound gathered by the Bruins. And it's over, Savalich got it. And the final score, UCLA 7, USC 6. The Bruins are the 2021 NCAA champions. USC had a 6-on-5 there late, and the shot was off the mark, and the Bruins celebrate. Okay. Now, the Bruins celebrate their 12th national championship. We'll be back with the trophy presentation in a moment. So in just a moment, the Bruins will get their NCAA hardware and the presentation of the championship trophy. It's been a pleasure bringing you this afternoon. I want to give a shout out to our cameramen, Joseph, Brian, and Nathan, our producers, Chris and Josh, for doing a great job. Thank you for joining us. And this is Bill Cohn signing off for NCAA.com. Stay tuned for the trophy presentation.
Accepting the coach on behalf of USC, Luke Wyatt and Michael Pinkerton. Give them their team a round of applause for a fantastic season. second team all-tournament from USC, Carson Trans. Cal, Nico Stella. From UCLA, Tommy Burrell. Stanford, A.J. Watson. From Cal, Jack Healy. Stanford, Quinn Woodhead. And from USC, Nick Porter. Your second team. And now announcing our first team. From UCLA, Bernardo Marizzi. From Stanford, Tyler Erickson. From UCLA, Jake Kavanaugh. From Cal, Nicholas Papadakis. From USC, Jacob Majek. From USC, Jake Earhart. And your all-most valuable player from UCLA, Nick Talich. Okay, we now like to present our individual awards. We have our Bruins lineup with your names called up. Number 1, Bernardo Marizzi. Come up and get your award. Number 1, Chase Monica. Number 2, Evan Rosenthal. Number 3, Dave Cicilla. Number 4, Jake Kavanaugh. Number 5, Jack Larson. Number 6, Andy Rogers. Number 8, Cameron Reagan. Number 16, Guillermo Ocasio. Number 17, Jason Travisano.
Come on, Travi!
Number 20, Hayden Nightingale. Number 21, Nicholas Savage.
Let's go!
Number 22, Mo King. Number 23, Tina Bliss. Number 24, Tommy Gruel. And number 25, Georgia Alessandro. And the coaching staff from UCLA in his second season, Jack Rover.